Jeff is one of my colleagues from work. Whoop, whoop. Well done for making it. We have wonderful Wendy, guys. She's from London. Welcome, Wendy. And then I can see a few more names, few people from Romania. So welcome, Bine ați venit.
So you facilitate also in Romania? Nice.
I don't facilitate yet, but I do speak Romanian.
So what would it take for you to fly over to Romania and facilitate access and consciousness all over the world? And how does it get any better?
That's what I've been telling her for some time.
Sometimes she doesn't need to hear it. She has to just to have a kick in the ass. So I think at the right place to be kicked. All right, it's already 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock London time, 10 o'clock Israel time, and we start, okay?
Yes.
And people are joining us. We just ask all of you to be on mute. Mute yourself, that we're not going to miss Madeleine, and we leave you not muted. Okay, all of you, please put yourself on mute, that we're not going to hear the noises. And it's already recording, so we are starting. How does it get any better than that? Oh, I'm so excited that I can facilitate it and allow it all over the world. Thank you, Vanita. Thank you, Medi, for creating this for all of us. Thank you. So you start. Unmute yourself. I don't know how to make you a host as well. You know
I guess I can mute and unmute myself when I need to talk. So I think,
okay.
Yeah.
So
guys, welcome to the call. I'm so excited to introduce you two lovely ladies. They are part of the Access Consciousness family. They are both of them CFs. And tonight we're going to talk about limitations and everything that limits yourself. And myself, Vanita, she's a lovely lady. She's from London, as well in Access. We're going to ask some questions and make sure something that is relatable. We're going to ask Sharona, and she's going to share some of her knowledge, some of her experience with us. So over to you, Vanita.
Hi guys, I'm speaking from London. How are you all? I've been in Access for about 4 years, those of you who don't know me, and now I am a CF certified facilitator in Access. I'm about to do my 3rd foundation with the lovely Sharona. Yes, I met Sharona in Rome earlier this year, and oh my God, did she blow me. We had a conversation at lunch, and in just 5-10 minutes, I knew she was so potent, and I had to work with her. Somehow I had to work with her, so I invited her to London to do these seminars, these Zoom calls, and eventually a few classes in London, foundation, a 4-day class, and her very own money workbook that she's created 13 questions around body, and she's updated the clearings to what Access offers us today, because the money workbook was written about 20 years ago. So some of the clearings are a bit old in there. So yeah, Sharona's added her own twist. So with that, I will pass you over to the very potent Sharona to take us through Beyond Our Limitations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you allowing yourself to join us this conversation is a starter. You are already beyond limitations, okay? Beyond your own limitation by joining here because you chose different, okay? So the choice matters, and that's what we're going to talk about. Just choosing differently. And thank you, Vanita and Medi, for creating this Zoom with me and choosing to be a greater invitation together to consciousness to finally arise, right? It's about time to destroy and create all our stupidity of choices to suffer here and not enjoy. And here is Femke from Holland as well. She's my host from Holland. How does it get any better than that? Thank you very much for joining us. So, what are we going to talk about today? And unfortunately, I'm not sure you're going to call me, Mehdi, a lovely lady, okay? After this call. I'm not sure you're going to call me a lovely lady, because what I can, if I can, try to describe myself now, is that I don't have any more tolerance for bullshit. So if you try to bullshit me, I'll see it, okay? Because I'm no longer willing to be in a bullshit space. And what do I mean when I say bullshit? I'm sorry, I'm rough, I'm Israeli. I say what I think, okay? It's not going to be politically correct. But what it will allow you is to face-to-face look at your lives and tell yourself it's just a story, okay? So a little bit about myself. I'm in Access now for the 5th year, and this is my 3rd year of being a CF. It's going to be in London, my 28th foundation that I'm going to facilitate with Vanita, but it's the first time that I co-facilitate. So it's a brand new experience for me. So thank you for choosing me, Vanita, and inviting me to London. I'm so excited. I wonder what it will create and what it's already creating for us choosing to co-facilitate, okay? To accept and to receive much more for one another. So thank you very much, okay? I had a life before. I'm doing feng shui and Chinese astrology for the last 20 years. And I also have in Israel an architect office, which I designed houses from the beginning and renovation and businesses. So I have a very, I always knew what I'm going to be and do. And I thought that when I will be 80, I will be a Chinese master, okay? But then came Dr. Dane here, and when I was telling him what I was doing and all my definition of who I am and what I'm going to do in life, he said, darling, you ain't seen nothing yet. And when he said it to me around 4 years ago, I thought he's joking and he's laughing at me, okay? And now 4 years after, I ain't seen nothing yet. And every day become greater than yesterday just because I chose it, okay? So what we are going to talk about today is limitations, okay? So first of all, we have to know what's a limitation. A limitation is a limit, okay? Is a limit that we put on ourselves, okay? Because we didn't believe or we don't believe that we deserve more, okay? And the limitation and the limit occurs in all your aspects in life, with money, with relationship, with your career, with your body, with everything, okay? So every limitation, I hope you all know a little bit the access way of talking, okay? So it's an access language, a new language that access gave us, that we can destroy and create everything that doesn't allow us to be greater, okay? Not less. Because if you experience now lack of money, lack of relationship, lack of, okay? It means that you limited yourself by choosing not to be greater, okay? So what we're going to do today is allow ourselves to choose to be greater. And how do we do that? Very easily. I'm going to ask you a question, and then you are going to be a player in my play, okay? I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to ask you, are you willing to destroy and uncreate everything that created that, okay? And then you have to say yes or no. If you're not saying yes or no, it means that you sit on, you didn't choose, okay? And when you don't choose, you don't play. So here is a game to people who want to choose different. Are you all choosing to be different? Yes or no? Yes. Hi, Vardit. We also have Israeli participants here that follow me for a long time. She's a great lady. Her name is Vardit. She's more than 70, and she changes so fast. And she's such a great inspiration for all of us. So thank you for joining us, Vardit. Thank you. It's in English today.
It's okay.
I'm going to just put yourself on mute. So thank you for joining us. Because she's an inspiration to me that age is no more a limit. Until we choose to go away from here, we can change and we can shift. And what if now we have the privilege to destroy and create all our past choices that doesn't allow us to be greater? How does it sound? And it gets better than that, right? So everything that you defined as difficulty in your life, everything, okay, that you defined as difficulty in your life is a limitation that you created to limit yourself and not to be greater, okay? So before I'm gonna share how many limitations I destroyed and I create, let's do a little exercise, okay? I want you all to think about only one problem you have in life, okay? One problem, okay? You got it? Just nod in your head that you have one problem in your mind, yes? Okay. So now I want you to imagine this one problem and put it inside of a bubble of energy just in front of you. Okay? Just imagine it outside of your body in a bubble of energy. Okay? Just nod that you are able to do that. Okay? And now I want you to step into the energy of the bubble and ask yourself what you are not willing to be in order to receive it, to receive the change, to change it, whatever. What you are not willing to be in order for it to change. Truth. And you can write it down, okay? Hi, Bahar. Okay, so who is the brave one that wants to share with me what was the problem and what you are not willing to be in order to change it? Truth. Who is the brave one here? Yeah, so yeah, maybe put yourself on mute and let's talk.
Right, so out of the comfort zone, talking about limitations. So my limitation, let's say one problem, is not putting myself first. I'm always trying to do more for others, and I divorce myself a bit and bit.
You enjoy to be less and less. Good.
Yeah.
It's a good example. It's a good example of stupidity. Okay. Yes. So let's continue. So what you are not willing to be in order for it to change?
So I'm not willing to step up and confront various people for any kind of situation.
So everything that you defined as stepping up, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pod, online, shorts, voice, and beyonds. And see how I facilitate Medi and do it the same on your problem, okay? So everything you defined what you are not willing to be, okay, are you now willing to destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Okay? Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pod, online, shorts, voice, and beyonds. And this is the magic with access tools, that it's not has to be dealing with your own problems, okay? Just by allowing it, okay, to shift and change, that other people chose to do that, it also works on you, okay? So that's the magic. So be with us, okay? So you're not willing to step up. This is you're not willing to be, and no, stay unmuted. And the problem is that you're not putting yourself first, okay? So who does that belongs to, that you're not putting yourself first? Who are you copying? Your mom. Your mom, and be honest, is a very happy person and very rich person. Truth?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Does your mom a very happy and rich person? I'm sorry, this is by Israeli English. Yes.
She's a happy person.
And she's rich.
And now depends on what rich means. Rich in family or rich in things?
Is she rich? She has a lot of money. Yes or
no? No.
So why on earth copying her? Why wouldn't you copy only people that are really happy and really rich? So everywhere you thought, it's a thinking process, right?
Yeah.
Creativity always comes with thinking, okay? Your mind, bullshit of your mind, okay? That being like her will create more for you, but it will always be because you don't think that you'll be able to be like her, but you try to be like her and you can't be like her because she's she and you are you. Are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pot, all 9 shorts, boys, beyond, and send it back to the sender with consciousness attached, okay? It's not going to harm her. Consciousness always allow you to choose different, okay? So everywhere you told yourself the story that the only way to survive here is to diminish yourself, to make yourself small, and to put other people in front of you. Are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pot, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyonds. Who is the source? Who is the source? The other people that you put in front of you or you?
It's me. He's in my head.
It's you. So if you are the source, are you willing to claim your own potent and put you first? Even if it kills them. Even if it kills them. Truth?
Yeah.
Yeah? Maddie, are you willing to kill your mom?
Oh my God, no.
Oh my God, no. It's the idea.
Yeah.
It's not the real people. I'm not saying you because I'm Israeli to take a shotgun and to kill everybody, okay? Okay? I'm saying the willingness to kill them will stop
the energy
in you.
Yeah.
Okay? Because when you don't put yourself first, okay? And you put other point of view of other people first, and you're not honest with your own truth, you kill yourself. And I will share with you a small story about me. I'm also a mother of 5 daughters, okay? And for me, I'm the mother queen. And for me, when motherhood was giving me to my daughters everything they want, they are first, okay? And in one of my conversations with God, I'm this weird person that talks with God, which is within us. And we are going to talk about God as a limitation afterwards. I asked him, how does this world works? Okay, how does it work? How does it operate? Okay, and suddenly I saw like a game of babies. Okay, that you have. Frankie, I need your help with this word. You have this. I forgot the word in English. What?
Cogwheel. Cogwheel.
Cog. It's this circle that goes around, and when you make it move, it moves all the cog wheels. You got it?
Yes.
I always forget this word, cog wheel, okay? So when you shift one of them, it always shifts all the rest of them, okay?
Yeah.
And then I saw that there are small cog wheels and larger ones, okay? And I asked God, what's the difference? Is it young souls and old souls? And he was laughing at me. What is time? What if everything is created right now? So I said, okay, what's the difference, okay, between small and big? And he said, look. And then I saw that the small cog wheel is running really, really fast, but the circle of inspiration, okay, is small. And then I looked at the bigger one, and I saw that when it goes round and round, okay, it goes slowly, but the circles of inspirations are much, much larger. And then I got it, okay? The difference is when you value yourself, okay, and you put yourself first, all the circle of inspiration of your influence is much larger, okay? Than when you put other people in front of you. And from that moment, my motherhood changed. I put me first, okay? And I found out it was so fucking weird, okay, to see that when I put myself in the middle and I invested my money in me, in courses, traveling, doing what I always wanted to do and never did because I gave all my money to my kids, okay? When I started to invest in me, they become more independent. They become more self-esteemed. They become more free, okay? And it was so weird to me that I put the value in me and not in them, and they shift and they find their own value in themselves. So every story you told yourself that if you give the other people, okay, the source of your potent, and you'll make them happy, and then you'll be happier, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right or wrong, good, bad, pocket pot, online, shorts, boys, beyond. And then truth. Medi, are you still not willing to stand up? Truth?
No.
Now, you see the difference? Just by shifting, okay, and realizing the lie that is hidden, okay, underneath your resistance to be greater.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I don't want you to see it. What do you sense now in your body? More space, less space, or the same?
I feel like more space, and I feel like, why would I do it in a different way? Like, this is the light way to do things.
Good. So how does it get any better than that? Thank you, Medi, for sharing.
Thank you.
You saw now with Medi, okay, and I hope you use my clearances on your bullshit problem, okay, and on your unwillingness to be greater, and sense it in your body. If one of you still don't sense the shift, you can now unmute yourself and share it with us. So, everybody sense in the body more space? Truth? Yes or no? Yes, thank you. Gabby, you're my co-star here. I just need to see yes or no to know. So I see that somebody just woke up. It's 6 a.m. in New Caledonia. Wow. Thank you for joining us, Frederic. And my problem is, Opa say hi. And my problem is the lack of money. I really want to try. This is Lucia, okay? So, if you are experiencing lack of money right now, you know what it means to be? What it means? That you didn't choose to be greater with money, okay? Whenever you choose to be less, you create lesser, okay? So what you define as valuable, true, and real for you, okay, with this lack of money as an excuse not to be greater. And everything that doesn't allow you just to choose to be greater, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right or wrong, good or bad, pocket pod, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. And you know how it works? When you sense now space, it means that you let go, okay, of the point of view that limits you. And when you let it go, some space and energy just reveal itself. And you feel more light. So when you feel more light in your body and in your breathing, it means that the shift is already here, okay? But then a stupid mind tries to kill the magic by saying, oh, I just feel a small change. Oh, it's only a small relief, okay? I want to educate yourself how your mind works, okay? It's like a computer, okay? Yes or no. So if you sense a shift, it's a shift, okay? No big, no small. This is a judgmental mind, okay, that kills the magic, okay? So all of you, do you sense more clarity, more space now in your body? Truth, yes or no? Thank you. Thank you for sharing me. Thank you. So lacking of money, it means that you chose to be less than more, okay? So each one of you that still this choice to be less than more is more valuable, you can keep it. I don't, but you can keep it. So everywhere you made a definition, a limitation of being less in order not to be greater, because then I'm not going to be loved, People not going to accept me. I'm going to be more than others. They're going to be jealous of me. Are you now willing to destroy and create all this reference point that leaves you poor, okay? Leaves you poor. So you chose poverty because you were resistant to poverty, okay? But when you resist to poverty, you create poverty, okay? So everywhere you made less easier, okay, than choosing to be greater, are you now willing to destroy and create? Yes. Thank you. Right or wrong, good or bad, pocket pod, online shorts, boys and beyond. And in our workshop, the one-day workshop of how to become money, I'm telling you guys, this is an extreme rocket to live beyond any limitation that you had about money and the relationship with money and so much more, okay? Because every definition that you have about money limits you. Okay, we're going to talk about it a bit later, okay? So one-day class, I don't remember the date, I think it's the 25th?
24th of September.
24th of September in London. And if you're not in London, you can join us in Zoom as well. And a one-day workshop that will destroy and uncreate 13 layers of bullshit that you have about money. And we have people here that already chose it, like Petra and Femke. Maybe they will share with us their experience if they want. So what we have here, problem is lack of money. Interesting, I am not willing to be charmed. In the old dictionary, it means pleasing in the highest degree, okay? So to please other, pleasing other, what does it mean to you? Who's the one who wrote it? It's Femke. Femke, talk with me. Hi, my love. How are you?
Yes, I asked what I'm not willing to be. Charming.
Charming. Okay, now I got it.
Charming, like elegant and. But you know, the old dictionary, the true meaning of words. So I looked and I saw it's pleasing in the highest degree. So it almost sounds like a capacity.
So everything that you defined as wrongness of you, what if it's your greatness? Okay?
Yes.
And every definition that you have about charming, which is not, that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive to be greater, the greatest charmer in the world, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Okay? Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pod, online shorts, boys and beyond. And if I may, I want to take it to another direction. What does it mean to please others? Okay? When we try to please others, okay, it means that we are seeking for their approval of us. Okay? So everywhere you seek other people's approval in order to be, instead of approve yourself and then be greater, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, talking about online shorts, boys and beyond. And now you can take it to the higher level because charming sounds to me like sexualness, okay? And the energy of sexualness, if you remember from Foundation, we done Foundation together in Holland 2 months ago. How is life beyond Foundation, Femke?
It was amazing, right? Today I traveled to the Hoge Woord. And I thought about the amazing experience. So much shifted in a small time that you can't get up with that. But it's so much.
Don't try. Just ask. I want that and more now. That and more now. And I'm resistant to receive it. Will you now destroy and create? Because when every definition, every point of view stuck you in this limit. Okay? So everywhere you define charming, okay, as the wrongness of you, because you need to please others in order for them to love you and accept you, okay, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right or wrong, good or bad, pocket pod, online shorts, voice memes. And you see, I said that it's not yet. But what is it now? Okay? sense that even if we are not talking with you directly, what all the other clearances that we do with everybody else affect you. So everywhere you are not allowing yourself to receive from this group, okay? Are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right or wrong, good or bad, pocket pot, all night shorts, all night, well, shorts, boys and beyonds. I still feel the pressure of my family and their judgments. I'm gonna say something that you're not gonna love hearing, okay? You know what the translation, Femke, can you put yourself on mute? Femke and Malka? You know what the translation in English, in excess language, okay, for family? Fucked up and mainly interested with limiting you, okay? So what if we choose to be greater than our family? What if we'll choose to be out creating our family? How does that sound? So everywhere you shrink yourself by the thinking, can I be greater than my parents? And you're not allowing yourself to be greater than your parents, because otherwise you think that they're not going to love you or accept you. Are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Right or wrong, good or bad, pocket pot, all night shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay? So what if, okay, instead of being afraid of not being accepted in your family, okay, because you are greater, you change and you are more unique now or more going with your truth, what if you remember my story about the cogwheels, okay? What if when you allow yourself to be greater, you're actually allowing them to be greater as well with you? And when you are not allowing yourself to be yourself and to be greater, you don't help them to find themselves, and you are always operated by definitions and limitations, okay? So everywhere you don't allow yourself to out-create your family, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good or bad, pocket pot, all night shorts, boys and beyonds. And Vanita, let's talk about family. Unmute yourself a little bit. I want to hear you, my darling.
Hey,
what is your greatest problem or issue that you have with your family?
Expectation.
Expectation. That you want to keep up with their expectations.
I think it's both sides of what I've been brought up as a daughter, as a sister, as a wife, as a mother, all of those expectations.
Okay. So let's kill down, okay? Destroy and create all the expectations in our life. So first of all, let's educate ourselves. What is an expectation, okay? Expectation is a script, is a story, okay? It's scripts that runs in your mind, okay? You choose to do something and you already know what you want to receive, okay? But as Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, say, all of us are really nice and sometimes beautiful and sweet maybe, but not so smart. You know why we are not so smart? Because we are not giving the script that we have in our mind and we share it with all the players in our game. And everybody does what he does. That's it. Do what he do. And even if you raise their expectation or your expectation, you always have to say to yourself, I should have done it different to achieve more, right?
Yes.
So when you are operated by expectation, you are always operated by motivation of lack.
Yeah. Oh.
Of proving, okay?
Yes.
And when you prove something, you are not creating, because proving operates from conclusions.
Oh.
Okay? So everything you already concluded about your family expectation of you and you from them, are you now willing to go and create?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Right and on good bed, pocket pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay? Because every expectation is a limitation by definition. So when you expect from your kid to be something, you limit him. You be family, like fucked up and mainly interested with limiting you. And it's the same thing that you do to your parents and they do to you in order to maintain the structure of family. So and now I want to share with you the point of view as a mother, okay? What every mother wants, most of mothers, okay? Not the demons and the bitch, okay? Wants the kids to be happy.
Exactly.
Okay. So when you try to please your parents, to rise their expectation, okay? When you try to please them, for how long does it remain? Your success? Not long. You know why?
Because their expectations go even higher.
Yes, and because they didn't choose to be happy. Oh, and when they don't choose to be happy, you can't make them happy. So what if I tell you everything is the opposite of what it appears to be, right? And nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. What if the only mission in life is you to be happy with yourself? And when you are happy, they will learn to be happy. But they rise their expectation because you are not happy with yourself. So everywhere you limit yourself. I love to see the shifts and the change. This is my drug. I love to see your face changing and shifting. Okay?
Oh my God.
So everywhere you limited yourself knowingly and unknowingly by trying to keep up with the expectation that doesn't allow you just to be happy with yourself. Okay? Are you now willing to be strong and create?
Yes.
Thank you. All night shows, boys and beyonds. And everything you defined happy as something that you need to achieve in order to be, instead of being happy, are you now willing to be strong and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right one with a back pocket pod, all night shorts, boys and beyonds. Because your expectation is connected to a demand to be happy, okay? When I achieve my expectation and I'm happy, okay?
Yes.
But what it means, and I'm sorry to say, Venita, that your private choice is not to be happy. What if I tell you that you use the expectation, okay, as an excuse not to be happy?
How? Explain more.
Do I need to explain, or now you sense the stupidity? Just I'm choosing to be happy.
I thought I was always choosing to be happy.
No. When happiness, when a sensation is connected, it's like a synapse. You know what a synapse means? Synapses that you have in your mind, 1 trillion synapses. It's a connection between two dots. Electric connection, it's a synapse, okay? So in your synapse is achievement, happiness, okay?
Yes.
So when you receive achievement, you are happy, okay?
Yes.
But
yes.
What if you say that you achieve something, but then you sense it's not enough because you want to achieve more, okay?
Yes.
So what it means actually that you didn't choose to be happy. And you use the achievement in order not to be happy. Sounds stupid, but there's no logic in stupidity. So don't try to find the logic.
Wow.
Just see what is attached to it, okay? So everywhere you didn't choose to be happier, okay? Not happy, happier. Are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right and wrong, good and bad, pocket pod, all night shorts, boys and beyonds. And now everybody, are you sensing more happiness in your body right now? Truth. Truth.
Yes.
So everywhere you don't, and I see, the English names will be hard to me, but I see Girbes, I don't know how to say your name. Romana is easier for me. And I see faces which are not happy. Are you willing to choose to be happy? Romana? Yes or no? Are you choosing to be happy? So what the value you hold of continuing to hold on your grief? What does grief mean to you? Truth. Thank you, Vanita. We'll continue. You want to talk with me, Romana, for a little bit? Can you unmute yourself? Don't be shy. The minute you allow yourself to be beyond your lies, okay, it's like put the light to the light and it's vanished. So first of all, teach me how to say your name. Romana, how do you say your name?
Ramona.
Ramona? Again?
Ramona.
Ramona. So I was right. Ramona is okay. Ramona is also her name in Hebrew. Rimon in Hebrew means wealth. Okay? It's a sign of wealth. So everywhere you didn't want to achieve, to receive the wealth of your name, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, all night shorts, boys and girls. So tell me now, from the beginning of our conversation, like 40 minutes ago till now, are you happier? Truth, yes or no?
Yes.
Can it be shown on your face? Can it be shown on your face?
I don't understand very English.
But you do understand because you smile now.
Yes.
Maybe explain to her if you can. It's all right.
Yes, Sharona te întreba dacă acum după 40 de minute de call, dacă te simți mai fericită, dacă tot ce ai auzit până acum te-a schimbat energia.
Da, sigur.
Un pic.
Am simțit că se schimbă energia.
Te simți mai ușoară, mai în spațiu?
Da. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Da. So she feels more, Ramona feels more light, she has more space.
Good. And you see, only by talking and not touching, just using the magic question.
Mai mult lacrimez, nu știu, curg ochii foarte tare. Da, și parcă îmi vine să plâng.
Oh, she says she feels a bit emotional. She feels like a bit like crying, but it's not it's like.
Good.
And she said, but she's like crying.
Thank you. So everywhere you misidentify and misapply. Okay. Thank you. Everywhere you misidentify and misapply. Okay. Achievement in life as a sign to be happy. Are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, pod, all night shorts, boys and girls. I remember walking in Rome with one of my colleagues and receiving from my assistant my future classes dates. Okay, and I was so happy and thrilled to see how many classes I'm going to have, even though nobody was registered yet, okay? But I was so thrilled to see it, and my colleagues just said, now I got you. You are happy even before it actualizing in your life? And I said, yes, of course, aren't you? And he said, no, I'm only happy when I see how many people registered. And I said, yes, seriously? I'm so happy just to be in the space of invitation, and who comes will come, okay? So everywhere you define achievement, and more achievement, more happiness, and then if you have less achievement, you always feel less happy, okay? And then when you have even a great achievement, it lasts only for a few seconds because it is measurable. And being happy is not measurable. Just being happy to be a greatest invitation to a greater change in the world, okay? So everywhere you find achievement and getting happier, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, all night shorts, boys and beyond. And notice that this is a great example how we don't even think about it and we create limitation. Okay? So every limit you created to limited yourself, that limited yourself till now. Okay? When you connected, I'm just putting you on mute, that connected being happy to something else in order to be happy, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pot, all night shorts, boys and beyonds, and all the jails that you locked yourself into, okay, that created the dominance. And you're not going to understand it, but just follow my energy, okay? That created the dominance of E equals MC squared and of choosing not to be happy in order to fit in to this miserable, okay, surrounding, miserable family, miserable friends, okay, limited friends, and telling yourself a story that this is the only way that you can survive in this reality. Are you now willing to destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pot, all night shorts, boys and beyond, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 5, 9, 11, 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, 20. And just breathe. And just sense the sensation in your body. Is it lighter? Do you sense more space? Even though you didn't understand what I said. Yes? Thank you. This is a great, thank you, Vanita. I knew I put you on stake here, okay? But it's a great opportunity to you to see what we are going to do in 4 days of foundation. And for the foundations, you can't join us in Zoom. You have to do it live. That's why I'm coming all the way from Israel to you in London, okay? 4 days of destroying all the foundation of your reality in order to allow you to choose to be greater. So the foundation class is not an experience of learning, okay? Foundation class is an opportunity for you. It's an opportunity for you to choose to be greater and beyond all your limitation. And we are going to talk about life, living, body, money, relationships, sex, everything. We are going to put it on the table, and with my roughness, my Israeli chutzpah, they call it, okay? We are going to cut it from your life and allow you to choose to be greater. So, join us, okay, to the foundation in London, and we're going to do it together, and I promise, Vanita, I will shut up from now and then and allow you to speak as well, but today it's my introduction, okay? So that's why I'm talking more than you today, okay? So it's going to be fun. We are going to play with the energy, and we're going to allow you to play, to go back to the game mode in life, okay? Playing mode in life. Instead of being such serious, fucked up with all your bullshit stories about problems. What if I will tell you that you created these problems in order to stop yourself? You, not me. So everywhere you created limitation as problems to put a borderline, a limit to your infinite being, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pot, all night shorts, boys and beyond. And just breathe a little bit, okay? Get the sensation of how easy it is, okay? How easy it is, not easy, ease, okay? How easy it is to destroy and create your limitation. And tell me, did you sense it with other modalities? I haven't. For the last 20 years, till access, I suffered in my body. Nobody saw it, but I was so much in pain for 45 years of my life, okay? And outside, I showed the story of a very successful and very powerful lady. But inside, I was killing myself, okay? With pain, judgments, and not accepting my body, not accepting me, okay? And always trying to prove myself, okay? And during these 20 years, I tried to change. And I was studying other modalities and spent so much money on trying to cure my problem, okay? And 15 minutes of facilitation that I experienced with Dr. Dane here in Stockholm 4 years ago, 15 minutes of facilitation, okay, with him asking me one of the roughest and hardest questions that allowed me to realize the depth, okay, of my bullshit, okay, and my choices. After 15 minutes, 70% of my 200% of pain in my body disappeared, and after a week, all of the pains in my body that I was suffering from a chronic disease for 45 years disappeared, just like that. So today, one of my clients asked me, do you really think that in 3 hours session with you, I can change my whole life? I said, I think I can. I don't know if you can. Because it only takes you 10 seconds of unconscious choice to kill your life. So what if you only need 10 seconds of conscious choice that will empower you, okay? That come from a space of what will create more in my life. Only 10 seconds. And everything can change. So everywhere you put time as a limitation, time, the definition of time, and it has to be a long process, I have to go to psychologists, okay? All this bullshit that we tell ourselves, okay? The time is the source of change. Instead of you choosing to be the source of change, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pod, all 9 shorts, voice, beyond. So 10 seconds, what if 10 seconds of aware choice, of conscious choice, can shift all your life? So try to imagine, we are already speaking almost 1 hour. Try to imagine 4 days with me and Vanita and Maddie, okay? And all of us choosing, okay? Choosing to be a greater contribution to you, to your change, to you choosing to be greater. How does it sound? Okay? Does it worth it? What's the value of sticking to your past choices that limits your life from choosing to be greater? What's the value? Why? Why on earth to continue suffer when after 4 days you can sense a sensation in your body that you sense it from the day 1, yes? But it's become greater every day, that you can change it in 4 days, just 4 days. So everywhere you limit yourself by giving time importance and creating time as a limitation for you to choose greater, time and money, both of them are human invention, okay? It's not a natural law, okay? Clock time and money, human created it, okay? And why did they create this? To limit ourselves, to create a hierarchy between me and you. So let's destroy and uncreate all the limitation, okay? That doesn't allow us to feel the oneness between us. So this is it all about. Allowing ourselves to be in communion with one another to receive much more. Because every limitation that you chose to be, okay, it's a limitation on your receiving. So what if from now on we just choose to receive more and we'll do whatever it takes to allow yourself to receive more? So every resistance that you sense right now, money, time, whatever, I'm not in London, to fly to London is expensive or whatever, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right or wrong, good or bad, pocket pot, all 9 shows, voice and beyond, and do whatever it takes to join us, okay? I'm coming all the way from Israel, okay? Without even knowing if people registered, okay, or joining us, just because I chose to be a greater invitation together with you, beautiful ladies, Venita and Maddie, okay? So everywhere you didn't choose to be a greater invitation in life, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right, wrong, good or bad, pock and pod, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. So does one of you have questions? Any questions? You have an opportunity, so unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Going back to the family, you know, our parents' expectation, but how about like our projection on our kids? I'm trying to make a conscious choice and like trying to give them freedom, but then like how other part of me, sometimes I'm thinking like, but because we live in this reality, in some sort of like, you need to operate in certain levels and to the schools and stuff. So like, I allow my kids a choice, and then like middle of the night, I get stressed, like they're not working enough, they're not doing this. And I'm like, why am I choosing this crazy? But I am going to in that kind of projection to my kids. So like, how do I get out somehow?
So the first word you said is your answer. I try. You get it? When you try to affect others without them asking for that, you're going to be a failure. You're not going to stand to your expectation even, and not for them. So see, I have 5 kids, okay? And all of them live in this reality and they go to school, okay? And I will give you an example with my second, she's 17 now, and she's going to now in the 1st of September to the last year in school before she goes to the army. In Israel, they have to go to the army before university, okay? So the last year is the most important year, and all the exams, the final exams they have in this last year. And last year, when she was in the 11th grade, she created diseases, okay, high fever diseases, whenever she needed to go to school. And it was really hard for her to wake up in the morning and to go to school. And she was really, really down and very frustrated. And I remember one day she woke up, she had 40 degrees, not Fahrenheit, Celsius, okay, which is high. And I was going and checking what's going on. And she said, Mom, I don't want to go to school anymore, okay? And I said, fine, okay? If you don't want to go to school, you don't have to go to school. But in my house, nobody sits all day long and watch TV. So you'll have to go to work and to do the exams to have because she wanted to learn in university, okay? And you can do the exams in external, okay? So you can choose to work and to do the exams not in school, or go to school. Choose what is easier for you, okay? What creates more ease for you. And I remember going out of her room and going to make her the sandwiches to the other girls to school. And she had 40 degrees, okay? I checked it, okay? 10 minutes afterwards, she was getting out of her room with her bag on her back and no fever. And I said, what changes? He said, Mom, it's much more easier to go to school. Okay? And she finished her last year with, how do you say, excellency? Excellency, okay? What if you give your kids a choice and then tell them, choose what is easier for you? Ease, what creates more ease for you? Let them choose, okay? And I trust you, they're going to choose something that will empower them. And even if it's in your head, it's a mistake, let them be it. When you are trying, you remember the word trying? When you are trying to show them, it means that you are not counting on their infinite being to know what is good for them, okay? And I agree, this fucked up reality that makes them go to school with these old methods of they have to memorize instead of giving them tools to life, I agree, it's stupidity. But unfortunately, they chose a mom that can't teach them at school, at home, okay? So this is this reality, and they have to have the tools to out-create this reality. And the only tool that you can give them is teaching them to ask questions and to listen to the inner truth, okay? So I hope I gave you a little bit of another awareness of it, and we are going to work and play. It's not working with me, it's playing, okay? We are going to play with all these issues of kids, mother, father, all of this stupidity we chose in order to fit into this reality instead of choosing what is our truth. And that will change our reality, okay? We are going to play with it with a foundation, guaranteed, okay? After 4 days with us, it's going to be shifted, okay? So from now on, what if you give your kids the choice, okay? And allow them to choose. Said, fine, you don't want to go to school, okay, go to work. And do your exam external, okay? Not in this school. And then she figured it out for herself that it's much more easier to go to school. How does it get any better than that, okay? When we give our kids the awareness that we trust them to choose what's best for them, okay? You'll find out, I have 5 kids, all of them in the ages of, you know, stupidity, between 10 to 21, okay? And what we experienced in the last 4 years at my home, we don't have any resistance phase, not at all, with all 5 of them. Because they don't need to resist us, because we allow them to choose. And even my 10-year-old twins, okay, identical, beautiful twins, they don't like to go to school as well, okay? And I said, no, I don't mind, go and clean the streets. If you don't want to go to school, go and clean streets. And they choose to go to school. So if you give them some choices, okay, and let them choose, trust me, they choose the easy way. And the easy way for our kids is to go to school and let us pay for that, right? Okay? And take this example for other areas in your life, you know. And I guarantee that we are going to, I'm going to give you so much inspiration how to create different realities, not only me, Benita as well, and I'm sure Maddie will give her experience as well. And all of us are dedicated to allow you to choose to be greater, okay? So I'm going to London, and I don't remember the dates because I have no definition on time, okay? So we're going to have foundation from Friday to Monday, and then a whole day that we are going to deal with all your money problems, okay? And why do them both? You don't have to, okay? Only if you want easier life, but it's only for me, not for you, okay? But why do choose them both? Because we are going to talk about money also in foundation, okay, for sure. But because this reality is operated on money and valuing yourself by money, you're always going to keep hearing the bullshit about money from all your surrounding. So going deep only in one subject will allow you to create much more in much wider area in your life. So Femke or Petra, I see here, or that already, or Delia maybe, that you already experienced how to become money, and some of you the foundation. Can you share a little bit? Is it okay? Petra or Femke, I see now that already chose that class with me.
Oh.
Who wants to talk? Femke, is it okay? Or Petra? Petra is a shy, adorable lady. But Petra, let's talk. Come on. Unmute yourself. Again. Good. Unmute. You just, yes, good. How are you, Petra?
I'm fine, thank you. But
Okay, I was distracted because I tried to connect with my phone, but I can't count it. You said I'm twice.
Try to go to another one. So let's say all the technological, everything that we made the technology much more smarter than us, okay? And gave it importance that doesn't allow us to outcreate it. Are you now willing to destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, whatever. Packet pod, online shorts, voice, beyond. Petra, how is life after you chose the how to become money walk day class workshop? Is it more ease or it's the same?
No, it's more ease. Yeah.
So when you look now at money, what does money means to you now? Truth.
It means less to me. I have more space in it. I'm not have judgment on it. I don't care so much. It's okay.
And when so I'm so enthusiastic to hear Petra that my word is a bit I'm sorry. But because to listen to that, and I knew Petra before, right? Before the class. And the class was taking place like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, so I didn't see Petra for the last 2 months. And to see the shift in her face this is my reward, okay? And for Petra to tell me that it's not important anymore, okay? It's not important anymore. What is if money is not important? And any importance that we put on money, okay, defined us in equation with money, and money is always more than us. So everywhere you limited yourself with giving importance to money issue in your life, and then you gave the source, the energy of your potent source to money to control you, are you now willing to destroy and create?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket pod, online shorts, voice, beyond. And I know you're in Holland, but London is much closer than Israel. So join us for these 4 days, because if you allow yourself to jump into this jump start, what you sense with the money thing is that small, but it's your choice, okay? So thank you for sharing. It was so good to me. It's like created so much space in my heart, and it gives me so much more energy to continue to choose to be a contribution all over the world. So thank you very much, Petra. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So, any last question? You see, I had to leave. You're gonna have it recorded. No worry, not to worry. Okay, so I think we can call it a night. Thank you, Maddie and Vanita, for inviting me, hosting me in this Zoom. I hope I was a contribution to you as well. And Maddie is our contact, gorgeous host and potent that is willing to step up. So you can contact Maddie or Vanita to the registration to the foundation and to the How to Become Money class. It's almost now two weeks. I need to buy my tickets. I forgot. So, Vanita, you want to say a few words to conclude Zoom? Or maybe you wanted to say some words?
So yeah, you didn't remember the date, so I'll just say, I know Madeleina's already posted it on the chat. For the foundation class, it's from Friday the 20th of September to the 23rd, and the money workday workshop is on the 24th. That's the Tuesday 24th of September. So yes, I invite all of you to come and join us. It will be hosted in my house in London. So if anyone is interested, drop me a message, contact me on Facebook. Or the closest airport will be Stansted to where I live. So yes, hotels and any of that details, yes, just drop me a line and I'm happy to direct you. Yeah, thank you, Sharona.
Thank you. I'm so excited now. Enthusiastic to see what it will create.
Thank you, Sharona.
my life. Yes, Nelly.
No, I said thank you, Sharona.
You're welcome. Just ask. You see that I can speak 24/7. It's what creates so much ease in my life, so I'm willing to give and do whatever it takes. So thank you very much. I hope to see you soon. It's around 2.5 weeks in London. And how does it get any better than that? Living beyond limitations. Okay? So everywhere you limited yourself, okay, by choosing to be less than greater, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, pod, online shows, voice, and beyond. And everywhere till now for you, because your minds work on habits, and it is for you. So everywhere you define now limitation as ease, and something which is easy for you, instead of choosing ease, are you now willing to destroy and create? Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, pocket, pod, all 9 shows, voice, and beyond. And just remember that everything that you define problems defines you as a problem. Okay? So all the limitations, all the problems are in our head, okay? It's the voice of our mind, and see how much it was easy in only 1 hour of conversation to destroy and create so many of those limitations. And see one more magic here, that you don't have to talk and ask the question. You're just willing to be present, okay? And choose different, and everything shifted just like that. So this is the magic of access consciousness, and I invite you all to ask for more. You did the access bars, good. You enjoy it, good. You don't enjoy it, also good. Come to a foundation class. It's different. It's something that you never experienced before, and life afterwards will never be the same. That's a guarantee. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Femke here is sharing after the first time following the money class. She done it twice with me in Holland. My fear of lacking money is gone. No more panic around money anymore. How does it get any better than that? Thank you very much, all of you, for sharing, for being present. And the best thing for me is that you chose to be greater. Till now, did you ever think about the idea of choosing to be greater? It wasn't even a possibility. So what if this is only a starter, and we can create much more together? So we invite you to fly with us, and I see you all soon in London. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. It will be sent to you tomorrow to the mails that you wrote when you registered to this Zoom, okay? So bye-bye. Good night from Israel. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Sharona. Thanks, Vanita,
Bye.
and thanks anyone who joined us.
Thank you, my lovely host. And what if there's no limits in time, space, and location? It's just a choice. Okay? So bye-bye. Good night.
Bye. Toda.
Toda. Thanks. Toda is in Hebrew. Bye.
Kisses, everyone.